Hi, my name is Linry, and this is nail art that I did in February. But first, if you enjoy nail polish related content or someone just doing tomfoolery on the internet, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It would mean oh so much. And thank you to the people who have already hit that button. Also, if you have any questions about products used, I always provide a full product list in my Instagram description, but if you don't want to go to Instagram, whatever, you can just ask down below. I know what I used, so hopefully that helps. Now, February can be described as the month of water marble panic. The previous month, I decided I wanted to attempt water marbling hearts, and I decided to keep that up. So on the 1st, I attempted with HoloTaco's Red Licorice and China Glaze's Totally Taffy. I think this water marble looks really nice. I am very pleased with the swirliness I have, but it's not quite hearts. At some point in the water marbling process, I just panicked and I gave up. So, you know, at some point, you can only paint your nails for so long before you say, fuck it, I just need something on my nail, dip it, and walk away. I did do this on stream, and I will link to that down below. For some reason, you can only add like 3 cards per video, so last video I tried to add a bunch of cards and YouTube was like, what are you doing? Stop it. So I'll just link to all those live streams down below. On the 2nd, I was really chasing this water marble high. I wanted to get this down, and I failed again. This time I attempted with Color Club creams, and I think this manicure is really cute. I'm very pleased with the water marble aspect of it, but it is not hearts. You can tell I'm somewhat close on my pointer finger and my middle finger, but I have not achieved hearts yet. We are close though. On the 4th, I needed a teeny bit of a break from water marbling. When you start to double down on things a bit much, sometimes you start to get discouraged, like you think, oh, I'll never be able to do it, I can't do this, it's not possible. And I needed to kind of break that cycle. Sometimes when you chase too hard, you tire yourself out. You need to pace yourself. So I decided to take a bit of a break and do something somewhat simplistic. I decided to do a Lovander manicure from Pal Worlds. Now, Lovander looks like this. And in the Pal decks, Lovander is number 69. It's supposed to be a bit of a spicier Pal. I just thought it was really funny, and I felt like I could break down aspects of Lovander's build and put it perfectly on a manicure. I think this is well executed. I do feel like I was a little sloppy on the 69, and I wish I had been a bit sharper with my lines, gone over it again to get a little bit of that fuzziness gone. I felt like the rest of the nails were very sharp and clear, sharp lines. So having that 69 be a bit fuzzy just kind of brings it down just a little bit. But overall, I was very happy with this. I feel like I nailed that eye. I nailed everything else about this, and I was just very pleased with this manicure. I was just perfection. And on the 6th, this is why it is important sometimes to walk away, to take a breather, and then come back. I came back again, and on the 6th, I ascended. Step aside, Colette. A new water marble god is among us. I successfully water marbled hearts. I was so elated. There's clarity on every single nail. You can see a heart in every single one of these. When I showed my family in the group chat this manicure, they were like, you son of a bitch. You fucking did it. You did it. Hearts, bitch. I was so elated. I'm so happy. This is what determination shows you. I have about 6 hours of me failing to water marble hearts on my YouTube channel now. And you know what? I think that's really important to show people, hey, you don't succeed the first time sometimes. Sometimes it just takes practice and practice and practice and coming at it over and over again and walking away sometimes. Taking a little breather and then getting back on that horse. I am just so proud and pleased with this manicure. Honestly, I have no criticisms about this. I feel like I can see clearly hearts on every single nail. Mwah. On the 8th, I wanted to do a Lunar New Year mani, and something else happened. So normally I plan out my manicures ahead of time. I have a little booklet of all the nail arts I want to do. I'll come up with a nail art idea and I'll draw it down and I'll kind of come up with colors. But this time I was just knew that I wanted the background to be red, but I didn't know what else. I didn't know what color I wanted to make the dragon. And I turned on my stream and just kind of came ill-prepared. And I started to ask my chat, like, hey, what color should I make the dragon? And a lot of people were like, yellow. So I started floundering and panicking, and I grabbed every single yellow I own. I put it down on my mat. And then I picked up my Big Bird yellow. I picked up my Big Bird yellow polish, and I was like, I could use this because some of those Lunar New Year dragons are fuzzy. They have a lot of fur. Maybe I'll think about this. And then Fanaticure just destroyed everything and demanded I turn the Lunar New Year dragon into Big Bird. And then everyone started demanding that. They're like, no, 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 we don't want to see a Lunar New Year dragon. We want Big Bird. So I made this monstrosity. I'm very pleased with it. I think it's very funny, and I like that it kept readability throughout, that you can tell this is Big Bird, but wrong. This also started a lore intent stream where a bunch of people started making up lore for my Big Bird that he was gonna fight Jesus. And we'll get into that further down. This is the only manicure that month I did not stream, but on the 9th, I wanted an actual Lunar New Year manicure. So I put a dragon on my nails, and I was so pleased with how this turned out. I was very, very happy with it. My only issue is that I didn't have enough definition of color between his mouth and the color I chose for the dragon. But overall, I feel like this was a very successful mani. I felt like it was very readable, aside from the face. And then life got away from me a little bit, and I couldn't stream for a little bit, and a lot of stuff was just happening. And I was trying to swatch out for my Dupe It Out video, so I wasn't really wearing nail art on my left hand for quite a while, because my next manicure was on the 21st. And that was my Big Bird versus Zeus manicure. Now, I try my best not to offend people, and I feel like having Big Bird fight Jesus on my nail might upset someone. I don't want to upset people. I just want to have fun with my nails. So I changed Jesus to Hey Zeus and eventually dropped the hey and changed it to Zeus. So Big Bird fighting Zeus. This was a part of the lore intent stream that happened. Basically, people wanted Big Bird to fight Jesus, and then they become mortal enemies and eventually marry each other. So I changed it to Hey Zeus just to tone it down a little bit. I feel like this manicure was extremely successful. I was much more happier with the way this Big Bird turned out than my first one. I actually gave him his eyeshadow. I felt like it was very readable, and there was a lot more texture going on in this manicure, giving it a more painterly feel, which I am very pleased with. I feel like artistically, this manicure is very, very good. Where I dropped the ball a little bit was readability. Zeus has a lot of readability to him. I feel like he is extremely readable, and that, like, just at a glance, you can tell it's a man with a beard and wearing a robe. Maybe your first thought's not Zeus. But I feel like where I lacked and dropped the ball was the lightning bolt in his hand. If I had given it clarity or marked it out a bit better, it blends a bit too into him, so it doesn't come off immediately that it's Zeus. If I had readability to that lightning bolt, it would immediately just be Zeus. But because of that, it brings it down a little bit. But I am so pleased with this manicure. This is a manicure where on stream, I was panicking the entire time. And a lot of what was happening in real life kind of was just weighing down on me a bit. So you can kind of see I'm getting frustrated with my art. I'm not very pleased with it. But this was a manicure that very much you have to trust the process. And I was kind of floundering a bit, and then it just kind of came out. This is another important tool you'll learn as to draw and stuff like that. Sometimes just walk away. Walk away. Stop looking at something for so long, because all you can see is the flaws after a certain while. Like, after I walked away from this manicure, you know, stopped looking at my hand, I brought my hand back up and I was like, damn, this is fucking good. But towards the end of that stream, I was like, I was angry, and thank you all for just continuing to bring up my spirits, because sometimes you just get down on yourself. And on the 29th, I water marbled with HoloTaco's latest collection, their Lost in Space collection. I saw several creators being able to water marble with this, and I wanted to challenge myself. I've never water marbled with a flaky, I've never water marbled with polishes that have extremely different textures, so I was overall pretty intimidated by this water marble. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to pull it off, and I think I did. I feel like if I had backed it in white, it would have been very, very vibrant and successful. But I kind of also enjoy the muted downness it has, the grunginess it has, the swamp people vibe it has. I feel like as a water marble, it was really nice. I feel like my pointer and middle finger were the most successful. I enjoyed those fingers the most, but my ring finger and my pinky, I started to like drag my lines a lot more, and they became very skinny in the water marble, and they have a little less readability. But overall, I feel like I learned a lot from this water marble, and I am extremely, extremely pleased by it. But yeah, that was my February nail art. What did you all do in February? Did you do nail art? Or what was your favorite polish that you wore in February? Nail polish is not just about nail art, it's about loving what's on your fingers. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!